Hello, welcome back everybody. It's been quite a while since we did a pickups video. Been gallivanting all around Yorkshire for the last, seems like ages, over a month now, with the videos. So I thought in that time, obviously, retro game hunting hasn't stopped, right? We carried on going, and I've acquired quite a lot of pickups since we started doing those Grand Tour videos. So got a bit of a backlog. I've been diligent, I've kept them to one side to make some videos, but I mean, looking at the pile, I've gone a little bit crazy and also stacked quite a few games, so this could turn out to be a really long video. Let's see how it goes. Okay, to start it off with, so this game is a little bit of a funny story. You can see just over my shoulder there, I've got quite a few of the Japanese RPGs on the SNES. Turns out actually, I don't actually like them that much. So, I know, shout out to Dibbo and Co. for the Final Fantasy series and all the other ones. I know obviously of them, but I've personally never really played any of them. Like Chrono Trigger, you can see there. I bought that purely because on so many top 10 SNES games lists and RPG lists, Chrono Trigger is usually right up there near the top. So kind of, it's one of those things that as a collector you just go with it. It's sought after game, very desirable. It's what people want to have in their collections. It's just something that I've never personally felt anything special about. So lo and behold, this next game was on my list for a really long time. I knew of this game and its rarity and its, how desirable it was for a long time, but I just never pulled the trigger on it because it was a lot of money for a game that, like I said, I don't really care that much about. Get Retro, bless him, he managed to find a really good deal on a really good copy of this for like really cheap. He got this and Pocky and Rocky 2 for like 200 quid for both. So after then I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll try and get one. And then on eBay, Retro Ghetto, I'm sure probably everybody here watches as well, me and him turned out to be bidding on the same box. And he sniped me in the last minute, which I made sure I left a comment on his video about that, which obviously nobody likes getting sniped. It makes you feel like you've been robbed, but that's just the game. So he sniped me on it, and after then I was like, a fire was lit under my ass. I was like, fucking, I need this game, god damn it. Everybody's had that obsession, right? It's kicked in. To cut to the chase, the game in question is Teranigma. So again, I didn't know too much about this until Get Retro picked it up. It is a Square Japanese RPG. However, it's that extremely rare occurrence that never happens. They didn't release it in America, so America, this huge market for Japanese RPGs, they didn't get Teranigma in that territory. There's no NTSC, so I think purely off the back of that is why its value is quite why everybody wants it, because the American guys are like, yeah, we want this game, it's Japanese RPG, it's Square, it's the dog's balls, but we can't get it in stateside. There are some really cool big box versions I saw as well while I was looking for this, and I was tempted to get one. They're going cheaper, funnily enough, but the German 999 doesn't help me. And the price of these has generally skyrocketed, right? I mean, people are asking over 300 quid now. CEX hasn't helped. They've escalated the price as well, so it's kind of like fighting a losing battle. This one popped up on eBay in not the best condition. I'll take it out of, I'll take the contents out so we can have a look. You'll see it's a little bit scraggly, crumpled up. It's all there, it's all intact. I don't think there's anything like missing tabs wise, but you can see, I mean, can we get it to focus? Yeah, big ass dent right in the corner. Like in a box protector it'll look fine. I think this part of the box it makes it look like sticker damage or something, but I think it is the design. Came complete, well, I say complete, it came with the manual, again, battered, but not torn. It doesn't look like there's been any writing in there, so again, it's alright. And obviously the cart, which I cracked open to check to make sure it was real. A bit like I said, I mean, normally I'd test these sort of games out, but it's a Japanese RPG, it really doesn't float my boat. Let me know in the chat if it's a really good game and I should play it. I haven't played Chrono Trigger yet, which everybody says is much better. So yeah, there we go, the story with that. I think one of the reasons why it's one of the sought after games, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it came out, yeah, it says 1995, 1996 on the box. I think that's pretty much the crossover period with the N64. So games that came out around that sort of period generally are much rarer because, yeah, I mean, everybody's playing PlayStation and N64 at that sort of point. So they're sold less, I guess, and there's less floating around, so they're a little bit more scarce. The exact same person on eBay, oh, that was 2 ton, by the way. Crazy amount of money to pay for one game. Yeah, so it's a lot of money. But compared to how much it's going for, I don't think it's that bad. It's the same dude that was selling that. He had it on as best offer, so I offered him less, and on the back that I would also purchase the second game off him. When I saw it, I was like, when I saw it, I was like, I have no idea what this is. I've never even heard of it. It looks crazy. It's Incantation. Is it Incantation? Did I say that right? Incantation, yeah. It's got this weird looking, you know, wannabe Link kind of dude on the front. On the back, it looks like it's got French writing, and the front of it starts off with the French. So I think Titus, I don't know where they're from. And again, this I found out is an end of the line of the SNES kind of releases. So like I said, I've never even heard of it. From the back of the box, well, you'll see the footage. The back of the box looks like a side-scrolling platformer. Complete again. Shame that it's got this little bit of sellotape on the corner. On the side, I could get that off if I really wanted to. At the moment, I'm just going to leave it. The box overall, again, it's intact. It's just a bit crumpled. It looked fine in a box protector though, yeah. Did Teranigma come with a map? Do I have to find a map? Manual for this in good shape. And again, the cart, I haven't checked it, but definitely looks genuine. And again, he had this up for like 100 quid, and I said if I bought the two, would you do me a discount? And he gave me for like 70, which again is a lot of cash. But I think this is one of those sleeper gems, because it's, like I said, it's the end of the line. Not a game that I was familiar with. Don't really see it at all that often. I thought, yeah, you know what, I'll pull the trigger on this to add to the collection, because like I said, I hadn't seen one in so many years. Am I going to see another one again complete for that sort of price anyway? Probably not. Okay, to mix it up just a little bit, vintage pickups. Another Game Boy Color. I don't have this yellow variant. It was really clean. I mean, you can see the screen is in excellent condition all around. It's really nice. Came with the matching battery cover, looked fantastic. And at the same sort of time, I picked up Pokemon Gold, American variant. Doesn't matter, region free. Pop it all in. Nope. Gotta blow. Fire it up. Again, I might do a screen conversion on this. As you can see, they are really dark. So, although back in the day, obviously, you would have had the light accessories and stuff, I don't think it's acceptable these days to have something like this. Especially when the Game Boy Advance SP, you've got the backlit screen that does so much of a better job. So yeah, I thought I'd grab that. It was 40 quid, and I think the Pokemon game was 10, 12, something like that. So yeah, just another shelf filler to add for the Game Boy collection. Skip around a little bit. So on the 2DS or 3DS, I've been playing. This is my hacked version. I've been playing Pokemon X on there, but I thought, yeah, okay, I should have it really. So I picked up a box couple of Pokemon X. This one's pretty battered. Could do with a clean. Looks like they spilt some hot chocolate or something, or a cup of tea down the back. So it's not in the best condition, but you don't really care, do you? It's complete with the manual. Again, I mean, this is dirt cheap. You're probably thinking, TJ, if you got it already on here, why do you want the actual hard copy? I like having all the Pokemon games. I'm going to try and slowly now finish off the rest of the plastic DS and 3DS ones. But yeah, nice. Good finishing the game on the 3DS. If you haven't played it, it's worth playing as a Pokemon fan. Everybody knows what it is now, but I think it's the first time that they went 3D. As in, it wasn't just 2D sprites you could go around and the character models and all this stuff. And they did a pretty good job, to be fair. Like I said, I hadn't played a new Pokemon game for a long time, and I thought it was alright. I got a decent squad, and yeah, had fun battling all the way to the Elite Four and saving the day. So yeah. So next three pickups for this video are Game Boy. Just to band things together to keep them all together. I think I mentioned it recently when we went to one of the pickups in Yorkshire. The name's gone out from my mind now. And I picked up the arcade game for the SNES T2. I got the Game Boy T2 again, LGN. I think I made the point. This T2 was a really graphic, violent adult movie. There's so many games for the Game Boy targeted to little kids. I mean, you got to question how ethical that is. Just didn't care back in the 90s, I guess. Just didn't care. Complete, no insert, and the box is a little bit battered. But again, it's all intact, so on the shelf it'll look fantastic. Manual in good condition, and obviously the cart. Gameplay wise, it's 2D shooting game. Kind of basic, left to right, shoot the bad guys. There's the bad guys, only a T1000 Susie going up against. Must be general bad guys. You'll see the footage. Yeah, I think this was like 15, 20 quid or something like that. Complete. Yeah, I pulled the trigger on that. Vinted. Next one is a pickup from Vintage Gamer. I went there just to get a few bits that I'd reserved off of Facebook, and while I was there, this caught my eye, and I mean, Nick's a great salesman. He knows what he's doing, and we managed to strike up a decent deal for this. Again, I think I got it at a bit of a bargain, trying to take it out of its protector, and that is Turrican. Probably everybody's heard of the Super Turrican on the SNES and Super Turrican 2. I think it's actually a really old Amiga game. I don't think it started off way before the SNES era, but essentially it's a 2D shoot 'em up. This is again American, but it's got a little sticker on there saying it's authorized for sale in the UK. I haven't seen that often. So yeah, maybe that's what they did on some of them. The box for this is looking pristine. Like I said, I haven't really had it out of the protector that much. Pristine box. With the poster, again, you don't get that often. And a crisp manual. Crisp. So yeah, I thought, okay, I'll have that. It's part of a bigger purchase, so you always get a bundle discount from Nick if you push him hard enough. Oh man. So yeah, Turrican on the Game Boy. I know it's a classic game, and I thought, yeah, I have to add this to the Game Boy collection. And then last but not least was a Vinted pick up once again, not part of my favourite games line of RPGs. It is Final Fantasy Adventure. Now, this one isn't coming out of the box protector because it is battered. I mean, in here it looks okay, but it's because the protector gives it a nice shape. Maybe if I can see it right in the corners, it is battered. Yeah, it's like all creased and crumpled. It looks like it's been squashed flat and, you know, moved around quite a lot. So it was cheap. I think I got it for like 40-50 quid compared to how much they go for if they're pristine. What I will do though is the inner tray is battered. It's got a full-size manual, which is nice. Game Boy. Again, a bit battered, but I quite like this when I saw it, and it is a little Game Boy map. So I'll open this out, let you have a look, because this sort of stuff I think is really cool when I add it. Again, it's coming apart ever so slightly. You can see like an overworld of the map. Final Fantasy 2, and then on the back it looks like it's giving you information to help you, you know, points and scores for weapons and all that sort of stuff, which I'm sure is really important in RPGs. It's a pretty big world, to be fair. Looks like there's a lot to explore. The world of Final Fantasy Adventure. I like it when they do this sort of stuff. Yeah, I think it's tragic that you don't get that sort of service with games these days unless you fork out for like the stupid special editions. But stuff like, you know, A Link to the Past with its map and its little book of secrets and that sort of jazz, I think they're really nice touches, and improves the level of engagement, I guess I want to say. What do you reckon? Do you miss it? Do you want to bring it back? Like I said, if you fork out for the limited editions and special versions, they probably do all that sort of stuff. I'm not one for all that, unless it's a good deal. So don't want to pay 2 or 3 times the actual price. But yeah, Final Fantasy Adventure on the Game Boy, 50 quid. I was happy with that. Okay, next. Might be a bit of a tease, but I've got this big box wrapped up. I've had this in this state for like 3 weeks now. It's sat on my bedroom floor because I wanted to do a live unboxing to show everybody and obviously to see for myself. But I'm going to be one of those douchebags and say, you know what? To be continued.